Quick question. When you open your banking app, do you feel powerful or mildly attacked? Yeah, most of us don't exactly fist pump when we see our balance. We brace, we squint, we prepare emotionally. Because deep down, a lot of us feel like we're one surprise expense away from chaos. The car starts coughing, the dentist says we need to talk, your rent goes up. And suddenly you're blaming yourself for that random $7 smoothie like it single-handedly ruined your future. But here's what matters is it. You might already be financially stable and just not realizing it. While you're worried about keeping everything afloat, you could actually be outperforming a huge percentage of people around you. The issue isn't your progress, it's your perception. We've been trained to believe financial success looks loud. Luxury trips, designer labels, shiny cars, social feeds filled with soft life aesthetics and suspiciously perfect budgets. But real financial strength? It's subtle, almost boring. I'm Vanessa, and I talk about the kind of money stability that doesn't photograph well, but actually changes your life. If you want to know whether you're quietly crushing it, make sure you're subscribed. And if this shifts your perspective even a little, hit like. Because most people are judging their finances using completely unrealistic standards. We assume success means unlimited spending freedom. But actual financial health is much less glamorous. It's about consistency, margin, stability, control. So let's reset your scoreboard. Before we go through the signs, here's something wild. Most people couldn't handle a $400 emergency without borrowing or using a credit card. $400. That's not a luxury vacation. That's a tire replacement, a minor ER visit, a broken appliance. And yet, at the same time, plenty of those same people are locked into car payments, expensive apartments, and lifestyle costs that quietly drain their income every month. That disconnect is why it's so hard to tell when you're actually ahead. So let's talk about the real signs. First, your bills get paid on time, and it's not a dramatic event. No reshuffling due dates. No choosing which one to delay. No panic transfers. If your rent, utilities, and minimum payments go out without chaos, that's not basic. That's stability. You'd be shocked how many people can't say the same. Second, after covering true essentials, there's still money left. Not after subscriptions, not after shopping, after actual survival costs, housing, food, transportation, utilities. If something remains, even a small amount, that's breathing room. And breathing room is powerful. Third, you save regularly. I don't care if it's $15 or $1,500. If you intentionally set money aside, instead of spending everything you earn, you're playing a different game. Most people operate in reactive mode. If you're saving, you're thinking ahead. Fourth, your spending doesn't automatically rise with your income. You get a raise, and you don't immediately upgrade everything in your life. That restraint, that's how wealth actually forms. Lifestyle inflation keeps people trapped. Controlled growth builds leverage. Fifth, money stress isn't running your nervous system. You're not lying awake, calculating worst-case scenarios. You might have goals, you might want more, but you're not in constant financial fight or flight. That's huge. Sixth, when you consider buying something, the question isn't just, can I swing the payment? It's, do I even want this? That shift shows ownership over your choices. Seventh, when something breaks, you respond instead of spiraling. Phone cracks, car needs work, appliance dies. You evaluate, you decide, you handle it. You're not frozen by it. That's not wealth, that's preparedness. Eighth, normal social plans don't require financial gymnastics. Coffee, dinner, a birthday gift. You're not secretly stressed the entire time. You're participating in life without calculating every dollar in your head. Ninth, your money isn't sitting in one fragile stream. You have more than just your upcoming paycheck. Maybe a small savings account, maybe retirement contributions, maybe a modest emergency fund. It doesn't have to be massive, it just has to exist. 10th, you don't build your identity around being broke. You're not constantly announcing it, not over justifying every purchase. Money doesn't dominate every conversation. 11th, you check your bank balance without fear. You don't avoid it for days hoping the numbers magically improve. You look, you know where you stand. You adjust if needed. That's financial maturity. 12th, you're planning beyond this month. You're thinking about trips, career moves, investing, buying property, whatever your version of future building looks like. Survival mode shrinks your vision. Stability expands it. 13th, you can say no, even if money is involved. No to sketchy opportunities. No to loans you don't feel good about. No to extra work that compromises your life. Financial security gives you boundaries. 14th, you don't rush financial decisions out of urgency. You compare, you wait, you think. Patience is expensive, and you can afford it. 15th, you've bought something in advance, on sale, strategically, without immediate need. That's not impulsive. That's planning. When every dollar is critical, purchases must be immediate. When you have margin, you can think long-term. 16th, grocery shopping isn't a math competition. You're not standing at checkout calculating whether to put items back. You're buying food with intention, not fear. 17th, you're selectively generous with yourself. You'll spend on what matters, cut ruthlessly on what doesn't. That's alignment, not restriction. 18th, small financial hits don't collapse your month. A ticket, a repair, a fee. Annoying? Yes. Catastrophic? No. 19th, you're not constantly hunting for fast money schemes. You're not signing up for every opportunity out of desperation. You understand steady growth beats frantic chasing. 20th, you view money as a tool. Not just something that disappears into bills, but something that creates options, classes, investments, experiences, freedom. 21st, your decisions are grounded in logic, not fear. You're not hoarding everything in cash out of anxiety. You're not paralyzed by worst-case thinking. You assess risk. You move thoughtfully. 22nd, you've stopped comparing your finances to curated online lifestyles. You understand that what's visible isn't the whole story. And here's the part nobody glamorizes. Financial success isn't flashy. It's quiet. It's when money stops being the loudest thing in the room. It hums in the background. It functions. It doesn't demand constant attention. If you recognize yourself in even half of these, you're doing well. Maybe not billionaire well, but stable, growing, intentional. And the fact that you're here, actively reflecting on your financial habits instead of pretending everything's fine, that alone puts you ahead. Nobody posts screenshots of their consistent bill payments. Nobody brags about calmly handling a $600 car repair. But those moments? That's real progress. So next time you feel behind, revisit this list. Notice what's already true for you. And if some of these aren't true yet, that's okay. Now you have a roadmap. Your money doesn't need to look impressive. It just needs to support your life.